y'all, it's Jenny. I'm here with a flip through of a fall journal that is going to Miss Marsha at Then and There. You need to check out her channel. She has some amazing journals. I don't want to be boastful, but I also don't want to say that, you know, she purchased this from me, you know, so like this fall, this past fall, she was doing an October daily or November daily one, and she'd gotten on into her journal after she had made it, you know, on camera for several days, and her dog had like destroyed hers. So I had this laying around. I hadn't started my channel yet, so I had this, you know, and on my shelf to sell, you know, and I was like, I have a journal you can have. And she ended up she's like, well, I didn't think about getting one out of my shop. So she got one out of her shop, but I told her I was still gonna send this to her. So, but fall is her favorite season. I obviously haven't rushed to send it, but because I'm assuming she'll use it this fall. But so I'm just gonna do a flip through because a lot of you message me when you're ordering journals, and the ones I've been showing are like soft covered and one signature, you know, but this is like a medium sized journal. When I say this is two signatures. I have a lot of people that are newer that aren't junk journals, that's why I'm being so specific. But so normally the largest one is 3 signatures and it's like 3 inches. And this is 2 signatures, so it's 2 inches. For those of you who have those type of custom orders, this gives you an idea of what a hardback of that type, you know, how big it is. And this one measures 9 by 6. Now, some of them are different depending on the book cover I use, but so anyways, it's fabric covered, has the metal book corners on it. I did not attach this tassel to the spine, so actually I didn't make a tassel for it at the time, but I wanted her to have a tassel, so I just put some neutral colors and some gold leaves and some of this, I think it's called banana dyed yarn from Victoria and Gypsy Girl. It's real soft in here, and so I just clipped it up here to where she can take it off if she doesn't want to use it, or if she doesn't want her dog to chew it. Anyways, so it has just some layers sewn on of like burlap, rickrack lace, this burlap leaf, and then it is closed with sari ribbon. And so opening it up, it's got fabric, double fabric spine on top of the cardstock to kind of reinforce it here. A pocket here, a little clip, coffee dyed index card. Let's see, that pocket's kind of tight. So, cardstock, some sewn on lace. And then this is a pocket here with a stamped tag. Little cut apart, let your light shine with a charm. Some more a dolly trim sewn on. I just stapled this little Dollar Tree leaf on. There's a tuck spot. I sewed around this little deer head. And then I stitched around this also. I do a lot more stitching around the cards and such when you're, you know, well, even in the smaller journals, if, you know, depending on the pricing of those. But there's a vintage book page about trees. This was out of a cooking paper pad, I believe. Here's an ad for apple pie filling or something out of like a 1960s magazine, and I stitched around that and backed it with paper so you could journal on it. All the pages are coffee dyed. This is some Edith Holden, and then I just stitched this lace on and made a little card out of that. And I just stitched around this card here. Put November up here. Made a little tuck spot by stitching that on. Some little bling trim with acorns. And let's see, I have not looked here in so long. Let's see, here's some leaves and some vintage labels and pumpkins and some wooden leaves. So all of that fun in there. This is some vintage lace that was my grandmother's right here. And then I stitched this on out of an old recipe book, and then just made a little, stapled that on the top, that burlap to go right there with that recipe card. And this paper coffee dyed really neat, like just has spots all through it. I like that. There's another tuck spot with a coffee filter, and this is actually some paper out of just a notebook that my niece brought me back from England last summer. And so I took a sheet out of there. It's like a handmade paper. There's some more Edith Holden, and I just tore a brown paper bag, and then made a little notepad out of some more coffee dyed paper. I kept this real neutral, obviously. Stitch the lace on here, and this is just some out of an Ideals catalog. I just thought both of those pictures were beautiful. This is probably actually one of the first journals that I really stitched in. This is the middle of this signature. I just collaged some Edith Holden and music paper there. Some trim stitched on there. Pine cone stamps. I just glued some little sequin leaves. There's another bag of, let's see. Ooh, fun. Some leaves and deer ribbon, seam binding, and this piece of this scarf for her to play with and make her some pockets or whatever. Washi tape. Obviously I didn't stamp much back during this time like I do now, or stencil. Just a piece of a field guide. Made a little collage right there with that little button sewn on. Maybe I should go back and stencil some on in here. Let's see, here's some more Edith Holden. Here's a little pocket I sewed out of a Bambi book and backed it with coffee dyed paper. Made a little tuck spot like that. I love using children's book pages like that. Here's another vintage ad out of a magazine. It's either from the 50s or the 60s, but ooh, it's very fragile. There's some fashion stuff. How cute is that? Okay, so there's that. Second signature, look at it. This is, this space is here so that it'll lay flat so you can journal. So here's a little piece of fabric, a big tag, with some sorry ribbon and some pumpkin stickers. More coffee dyed paper. Here is some more of that cooking paper pad with a little chalk label. And I just put some recipes out of an old cookbook from like our town from years ago. Another collage of leaves and ribbon. I meant lace. More lace. I'll stitch this little thing on. More coffee dyed paper. Another little booklet sewn together. More stitching. I just tore this paper and stitched this pocket, and oh, so an old ad of the Great Smoky Mountains. Music paper, the center of this signature. Another little paper pad. I must have just been all about some sewing some paper pads. Got little bears eating some s'mores. Here's another little cluster. I sewed this card on right here so it flips like that, and it can be a tuck spot. And then I made a pocket out of this, out of a book. And there's a little card I just tore the edge of. Let me fix that. Oops. Sorry, Marsha. Okay, and then this is a little envelope that, well, it opens up and you can make it into an envelope just out of a old hymn book page. Hymnal, how do you say that? Some Maggie Holmes wrapping paper. Here's a vintage postcard from Savannah, Illinois, I believe. 1963. More children's book page into an envelope like that. Pilgrim's Party. I guess it was a Mickey Mouse or Disney book. It's funny when you look back at things you did like several months ago and you're like, oh yeah, that was cute. And then I stitched one of these little cut aparts again and layered some fabric. More collaging. A tag back here. And then I just made a photo map card. And then I just stamped that "You're Loved" stamp on that coffee dyed paper. And I don't know how sturdy that'll be, but evidently I glued or sewed or stitched some old copy paper right there for the pocket. So that is that. So Marsha, I hope you do enjoy this fall, and maybe it was on purpose that it was meant to be, that it was left so neutral and blank, because I know that you will fill it up with beautiful, beautiful things, and I can't wait to see. So I hope y'all have a very good day. I will be back with some more flip throughs of some custom journals here in just a few minutes. Y'all have a great day. Bye.